This is In the Zone with Ian Robb and Dancin Pete Rodda. One's a mental toughness coach who also helps riders with recovery. The other, a horseman with soul, who is also a marriage counselor for the rider and horses. Together, they dive beyond ribbons and rankings to where real riders train, the mind. From elite arenas to quiet barns, this show is about the mental edge, the recovery rhythm, and the heart that keeps you in sync with your horse and yourself. So whether you're tuning in from the tack room or the open road, saddle up. You're in the zone now.
Hey Pete, we're back here in the zone where we sit down with athletes who just don't compete, Pete. They understand the moment.
Because at the highest level, it's not about talent. It's about feel, timing, trust.
And today, everyone, our guest grew up immersed in elite horsemanship. From a reining foundation, the jumper ring, she's building her career on discipline, softness, and quiet confidence.
She's an ASPCA McClay National Champion, a CSI 3-star Grand Prix winner, and one of the most exciting young talents in the sport.
But what stands out most isn't just the results, it's the way she rides. Smooth, intentional, horse first.
So today we're driving into pressure, partnership, legacy, and what it really takes to rise at the top.
This is In the Zone with Carlee McCutcheon. Hey, Carlee.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It feels like we've done this before, Carlee. Almost.
Well, we have.
Yeah, we have.
This is part 2.
Part 2, everyone. You don't know this, but we had the most phenomenal podcast with Carlee before. But Ian, with his big hand, touched that mic and accidentally hit the mute. So we're having to do this again, which is going to be even better, Pete.
I think so. I know Carlee better than I did the first time.
So, Carlee, wanted you on because I met you a couple years ago down there in Wellington when you were a young girl, only I think 2 or 3 years ago. And I knew your father from being a reiner there, the Quarters Congress, and also being an ambassador for a company I work with, and also your mom. And so they're great people. But let's do this. Not everybody knows who Miss Carlee McCutcheon is. So why don't you give us a little bit more of your background right now? Tell us a little bit about your story, about how you grew up a little bit and how you got yourself into where you are now.
Yeah, so I grew up doing both the reining and the hunters and jumpers. It goes back really to my grandparents on both sides did reining. And my grandmother, my mother's mom, did her hunter jumper business in Texas, and my grandfather had his reiners. And so, sort of after school, my brother and I would always go to their farm in Texas, and he would ride his reiners, and I'd do my little hunters and my ponies and everything. And yeah, I always did both until I was about 16. That's when I really decided I wanted to pursue show jumping and really take it seriously and take that next step. And I focused on doing the jumpers and the equitation with Stonehenge Stables, the team there, Max Amaya and TJ O'Mara. And since then, I had the opportunity to join a program called the Road to the Top, and I now ride with Laura Kraut, Nick Skelton, Julie Wells, and Mary Elizabeth Kent and their team, and it's been a really wonderful experience.
I mean, Pete, I almost feel like we're seeing that baseball pitcher that plays for the Dodgers that can pitch the ball.
Hit the ball.
And hit the ball really well. We got Carlee that could probably do reining as good as anyone at the time that she was doing. No, you got to tell them a little bit about that story before you stopped reining, I think. Tell them a little bit about that last time that you were in the reining arena.
I did okay. They always had me very well mounted, which definitely helps. I was able to show, actually, one of the last reiners I showed was a horse my dad took to the World Equestrian Games in Tryon, and so I showed him in the youth divisions and the non-pro divisions, and we had a lot of success together. And then the last reining horse I showed, Done with Guns, he was a very special horse to me. My mom was going to show him at the NRBC, which is one of the major events that the reining horses have, the reining industry has. And she had 4 horses. You can only show 3. So she was giving me one, and I was really struggling with it. We just didn't get along. And so my brother told her, just give her your best one. It's fine. It's 1 year. This is her last show. Just give her the best one. And, they all knew I was going to focus more on the hunters and jumpers at the time. And so she did, and I ended up winning the level 3 finals and level 2 finals, and that was a really special moment for my family and I, with my brother cheering me on. And it was the first time I saw my dad a little bit emotional about it. And yeah, that was a really cool moment.
What was that like to see that, to see your dad get a little emotional? Because he is kind of a stoic man.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't cry. Don't get me wrong. You've never seen him cry, but
It got a little close to being wet in the eye.
he like made a face that I was like, oh, I think he's, worried. No, but I mean, I think that's why we do it. At the end of the day, it's for me, my family's the most important thing in the world to me, and we're extremely close. And the fact that we share the love for the horse is kind of, I think, why I'm where I am today. We do this for the love of the horse, and I'm just grateful that I have the sport along with that.
And you come from royalty in the reining world. So grandparents,
Yeah.
parents, the whole 9 yards. So you were telling us your brother is, how much has he won?
Yeah, I think he's a $3 million rider.
Right? And then your dad in the open
Yeah,
is,
I think my dad's a $2 million rider.
and then your mom.
My mom is a non-pro, and I think she's a $7 million rider.
So since your mom has won more than everyone else, does she have to do the dishes at home? Or do they have to do the dishes at home until they get as much?
Stay out of that.
No, but I thought Peter would be great to have Carlee because there's so many jumpers, hunter jumpers, but they don't really have your background. They don't really have that jumping from one of the Western world, let's just say, as reiners, and being able to be that one person on in your family, that are competing at such a high level. People that don't know that Carlee won the first Grand Prix here this winter circuit in 2026. And we were ecstatic to see that. And I got to tell you that her parents have been here quite a bit cheering her on, which is great to see. I haven't seen Cade though. I haven't seen him.
He was here last weekend.
Oh, of course.
You, Carter.
Oh, there you go. So I guess he was there. But he's been a big influence to you as a bigger brother. I mean, most of the bigger brothers, from what I hear, they're always instigators and teasing their younger sisters or doing things like that. But it sounds like he's giving you a lot of great advice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, 98% of the time he annoys me. But he's
But
somebody.
there is an age gap.
Yeah, true.
So it's not like my sister and I, we fight like cats and dogs,
Yeah.
but we were only 3.5 years apart.
Yeah.
You guys are how far apart?
Almost 6 years. 5.
Almost 6 years. But he has been able to kind of see you grow a little bit, even though he might annoy you a little bit, Kate. Tell us a little bit about what he's done for you and what advice he's kind of given you as someone that's been in the professional world of reining.
Yeah, I think my brother and my dad are very similar in the way that they're both very just easygoing and extremely intelligent people. They're just very understanding of what we do on the day to day and the ups and downs of our sport. And, at the end of the day, yeah, we're so grateful for everything that we have, but it comes with a lot of responsibility and pressure. And I think my brother's very understanding of me also because he was, a very talented young rider and he had a lot of success, and with that comes with a lot of pressure. And um, yeah, I think we see things very similarly, and it's fun for me to watch him be so successful. And he's definitely somebody that I admire as far as a showman and a horse trainer. I think that it's really special to have both that connection with the horse and to be able to train them and create that bond and then also perform is something that's very difficult to do. And he's I mean, to me, the best at that in the business. And
So what's the biggest advice he's ever given you?
I was my last junior year, I was sort of struggling a bit with my confidence, and he told me how important it is. He always found me talking about, I have to win, I want to win. And he told me that the more you think about the results and the winning, the less it comes. You have to stay present every day in what you're doing and your training and your riding, no matter what it is. If it's something really small and simple, you have to just stay present in what you're doing and let the results come to you. Let the things that are going to happen come to you. At the end of the day, it's what's going to happen is going to happen. You have to accept that but you can only do what you can do in the moment. And that's something that I carry with me every day.
That's great. And before we get too deep into Carlee's story of jumping, let's stay with the reining.
Yes, absolutely.
I heard you were on a TV show that's very popular, and so was your family.
Yeah.
And what show was that?
Yellowstone.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was the first season?
I think so. This would have been about 6 years ago. I think I was 14. And yeah, I was just in the background while my whole family did a sliding contest. So that was pretty cool.
And then you had a neat story of what happened with your mom, where they said, well, does the
Yeah, in the show they asked if the mom can ride, and well, of course, she showed them.
You threw them big time in that show because I remember that show.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool seeing a whole TV episode being there with all the cameras. And that must have been beautiful. Was that up there in Montana?
Yeah, it was wonderful. I mean, what Taylor Sheridan has done for the sport and for my family, for my brother in particular, it's pretty amazing.
Well, why don't we talk about that? So what has Sheridan done for your brother?
Well, he's a big supporter and owner for my brother currently, and he hosts the Run for a Million in Las Vegas each year in August. And I mean, there's no event like it. I always try my best to get out and watch that show. If there's one time I can go visit, I usually pick the
That
Run
show.
for a Million.
There
Yeah,
you go.
it's the most fun.
And when that was going on there, did you what did you pick up from all that? Were they nervous when they had to do it on TV like that for a TV show? No, it's just second nature for them. That's just who your family is. That's no big deal, you know? So if it's second nature for them and they don't do that, you know, did they get all this? Like, let's talk about your grandparents, because before we talked, your grandfather sounded an amazing man in how he did as in his horsemanship. So everyone can learn a little bit more about the McCutcheon family. Give us a little bit more of a background on his background and what his advice and how he was
Yeah.
with you growing up.
My grandfather, Tim McQuay, and my grandmother, Carlee McCutcheon, those are my mom's parents. They're very well known in both the reining industry and the hunter jumpers. And yeah, they're just incredible sense for the horses. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. I mean, they really changed reining. My grandfather did for sure, in the way that those horses are so trained. He has such an understanding for the horses. It's hard to explain, really, but and I think it's hard for him to explain also. He struggles to train people sometimes because it's so second nature for him. And
unconscious competence?
yeah, exactly.
He can't tell you what he's doing because
Yeah,
it's just second nature to it.
exactly. I mean, he had a horse, Gunner, and to this day, it's still one of the greatest studs to be a part of the reining industry. And he died, I think it was in 2016. I'm not 100% sure on that. And still to this day, breeds a ton through ICSI and all of that. And it's just amazing, you know, what a horse like that and what a partnership like that can do for such a long period of time. You know, so many professionals ask my grandfather for help at all the shows, and I just find that so cool. It's such a amazing thing to be a part of a family that's so successful, and they just have so much knowledge for the horse.
Okay, now how did you get into show jumping? That's what you do, correct?
Yeah, my grandmother did have a hunter jumper business, so we showed in Texas and California a lot when I was growing up, and when she retired, her and I went down the road together for a while, and then she set me up with Max Amaya and decided that was the next best step for me, and yeah,
Very
here I
good.
am now.
And what's it like to show jump? What's it like to go over those big jumps and all that stuff for yourself? I mean, when you were talking about earlier, you were saying to Cade, your brother, I need to win, I need to win, I need to win. That pressure, I don't think it's really coming from your family per se, but is that an internal pressure because you see the success of all your other family members doing so well? Or is it just something you're doing to yourself?
It's definitely something that I put on myself. My whole family does. It's, we crave it and we're super passionate and pretty competitive, I'd say. And so, yeah, I think that more than anything, I want to do right by my horses, especially right now. I have the best horse I've ever had the opportunity to ride, Erilyn Blue, and she's 15 years old and she's done the sport at the highest level and she's just incredible at her job. And so for me, I want to set her up for success to the best of my ability. I want to.
So in show jumping, it's about speed, time, than more than in the hunters, where it's more about how you went over the jump.
Yeah, so the hunters is a judge, so it's somebody's opinion, and it's the style of the horse, the style of the rider, more judged based off of how you look. And for the jumpers, doesn't matter how you look, you leave the jumps up and you go faster than everybody else, and you win.
And that's interesting that you do that, being where reining is judged, and you went to a sport that's timed. That's to me interesting.
Well, it still got to go pretty fast in the range.
Yes, in both ways. Both ways. You're just not sliding your legs. But when you set up for let's just talk about how you take care of your horses. Since you were talking about this horse, how do you relate to this horse? How do you take care of this horse that you find is making it work as a team?
Yeah, I mean, I love to spend a lot of time with my horses, so we I work from the ground up with all of my horses. Every day we do the chores and we have a really great system that works for us, and it makes me feel very prepared for the show ring. Yeah, the care for the horses with Laura Crowd, and it's unmatched, honestly. That's the most important thing to them, and I think that is why Laura is where she is today, because her biggest priority is the horse above all.
And how does she take care of the horse? What have you learned from her? What has she done that's great. I think it's fantastic to feel like, okay, I'm prepared because this horse is prepared.
Yeah. I mean, it's thinking about it every single day, how does this horse feel different today than yesterday? What did I do? We write down everything we give them, every treatment that we do, and then you can go back. What did I do on this week that worked and that I forgot this week, apparently, whether it's magnetic blankets, whether it's what did I put on their legs? Did I use poultice? Did I use tendonil? Little things like that. And surrounding yourself with the right team of people. She has vets and farriers and physios and all the people that she trusts. And I think also having that extra feeling of confidence in the people that are taking care of your horses makes you ride better. It absolutely does.
So I got one quick question though. It sounds like you guys do a great job taking care of the horses. Does Laura do a great job in taking care of her own body that she's shown you too?
She does.
Okay.
She's the most fit person I know.
Correct.
So he's leading into the next question, Carlee.
I don't want to hear the next question.
How well do you take care of your body?
You know, you know,
Now, don't get me wrong. This is the problem in the industry, I believe, is because you're young, you're athletic. You think, I don't need to do that. But longevity wise, just like what you're doing for the horse, if you don't do it for yourself, you're not helping that horse. And that's probably the hardest thing for me, because I was very athletic. Until I got really hurt. And then I was like, okay, I got to start doing something for myself. Otherwise, I'm just going to burn myself out.
Yeah. And Carlee, I used to play football, basketball, tennis. I thought living to 25 was old. And I don't even want to let you know how old I am. I'm probably older than your dad, but younger than your grandfather. But
not much younger.
But I am going to say that I wore my body down and I would take care of my athletes like you would take care of your horses.
Yeah.
But I'd go from jumping from one athlete, then I'm on to the next athlete. So I was wearing my body down from repetitive use. So if I could tell you anything from a gentleman that has 2 hip replacements, shoulder skin cancer, now's the time to learn from Laura how to take care of your own body so you can sustain and have longevity in this career like she has.
Now that you're no longer her dad, we're gonna move into getting in the zone so we can get Carlee out of this. When you're truly in the zone before a class, what disappears first?
The anxiety. I definitely, work up a lot of stress when I'm getting ready for a class, but it kind of just slowly goes away. I walk the course, I feel a little better. No matter how the course looks, good for my horse, technical. I know what I'm doing now. I get on and I start plotting around. Okay, I've done the next step,
So when you say walk the course, just for the audience, because some people are listening that have no clue what
Yeah.
that
It
means.
might just be Raiders. They're going to listen to this.
Yeah, the
Like your
Raiders
dad.
listening, going, "What'd she do? Why'd she walk the course?"
Yeah.
So what is walk the course
For the
mean?
big Grand Prix, we have a course designer that designs the Grand Prix course for whatever day it is, Saturday night, let's say. And they will put together what they think is fit for the group of riders based off of what they've seen, during the week, what they think will be challenging enough, but not too technical for that level riders and whatever level you're jumping, whether it's 3-star, 4-star, 5-star decides the size of the jumps, and each course designer will be a bit different. Yeah, for me, I love walking the course. It definitely is a time that I'm just focused and there's no distractions. I'm thinking about my horse and what I'm gonna do, and it just is that next step. So like before the course walk, I like to make sure I go through my checklist. I have the right spurs. I have everything that I need. And then I go through the course walk and
So when you're walking the course, what is the walking the course? Does it tell you how many strides?
yeah, so we'll walk in between jumps if they're usually I like to walk no more than 9 strides. Otherwise, I won't really count a number with my horses. But yeah, I'll walk whether the lines are going to be a bit forward, a bit collected, and then you're prepared for how to get ready for the ring.
So when the buzzer hits
Yeah.
and you're about to take off, what's in your mind that for once you hear that buzzer? What are you thinking?
Not a lot.
That's good because you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You don't want to be overthinking.
Yeah.
Are you you're excited?
It's
Is the adrenaline kicking in? Are you just laser focused?
I'm the most worked up, I guess, before I even get on. Once I get on and I get going and I'm warming up, it pretty much goes away. When I'm walking down the ramp and into the gate, I get a little bit like, okay, like you gotta focus here, and I definitely get that anxious feeling a bit, but as soon as I pick up a canter, I'm sort of
We had a recent person join us on In the Zone. She's the mind diva. Okay, she deals with writers when they compete to help them on out with being focused
yeah.
and whatever issues might go on. One thing that was brought up that was kind of interesting was singing. Listening to music, whatever, singing. And I used to do a little singing between points. You ever thought about when you're in that point, maybe just kind of bust a song out in your head? Or
What would the song be if you could bust it out?
It's never crossed my mind.
is that the title of a song?
Yeah, no. What would be my song?
Legend? I'm thinking legend. I'm thinking something like that. You like rock and roll, country? What kind of?
I just like silence.
Okay.
Okay,
Silence is fine.
she likes the silence.
I like music when I'm driving around.
Work with us here, Carlee. Come up with a song. Well, you're being honest. That's what we want.
That's okay. So you can zone everybody out then, or not really.
Do you hear the crowd? Do you see the lights?
I don't hear anything.
So that's good. She's totally in the zone.
Like, I don't hear anything. You can actually ask my equitation trainer, TJ O'Mara. There's been multiple occasions where he's tried to actually yell at me in the ring, and I'll come out of the ring and be like, why didn't you say anything? It's like, so I did. She's like,
That's
oh,
too funny.
Good.
no.
What belief about yourself do you have to rewrite to level up? Say nothing. Say nothing.
That's a difficult question for me.
Well, all right. I'm going to throw it back to the horses.
Yeah.
Something you
that's
can deal
better.
with. Do you believe your horses can feel the pressure you put on yourself before you go down?
Absolutely. I think horses are extremely intelligent, and especially the mare that I'm showing this week in the 4-star, she's done the sport at a high level for a very long time, much longer than I have.
So what is she teaching you? Are you learning from the horses?
He's singing the song and she's not hearing it.
She's singing the song and I'm freaking out. No, I'm kidding. She has definitely given me a lot of confidence. I feel so lucky to have the opportunity to take this next step into the 3 and 4-star level with a horse that I know is very capable. She's extremely intelligent, and sometimes I think she's better at this sport than I am, which it just gives me that extra bit of confidence. And as a young rider, I think that it's important to feel that with your horse as you're moving up the ranks.
So how do you know when a horse is ready to step up, like ready to go? I mean, you must sense that.
Yeah, I think consistency in the ring. I've had the opportunity to ride some young horses now for the past few years, and in Europe and here, and I think that when you have that feeling of confidence with them and consistency and giving them, a good experience as many times as you can, and in the training at home, once you sort of come out every day and you realize, wow, this is so much better when you look back 6 months ago, and I think you just realize your consistency in your program, and hopefully the training is paying off.
Do you ride better calm or fired up? Like if somebody came in and gave you a pep talk, would you go, leave me alone? Or would you go, yeah, bring it on?
Oh, I guess it depends on the person. Definitely, I want to hear everything that Nick and Laura want to tell me. Whether they think it's nice or not nice, or I want to hear it for sure.
Or would you rather have nothing said right as you go into the arena?
Yeah, I think going into the ring, I like to be calm for sure.
And they probably know that. They probably know how to deal with you and what's going on and deal with your horse.
Don't talk to Carlee right now. She's quiet. She's not singing a song.
Just out of curiosity, has there been a loss when you've competed that you've learned more from than, say, a win?
Always. You always learn way more from the failures. You gotta fail a lot to learn the most. Absolutely. Winning is great and I love it. But no, I mean, it's the best way to learn is to fail.
So if you had a chance to tell young riders, which you are right now, about mistakes, what would be the thing to tell them? Win, 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 or?
No, it's definitely great to care, and I understand how easy it is to dwell on the failures and the mistakes, but nothing really is a failure. If you
get back up.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep going and get past it. It's great to care and it's great to be upset, but then you got to turn around and learn from that. And if you take something away from it, you're not really failing because you are getting better by making a mistake.
So on that topic, what do you do immediately after a mistake mid-round?
Mid-round?
Yeah, so you're in the middle of a jump and something goes wrong.
Yeah. Well, the first instinct for me is, okay, what's the next best move for my horse, the horse that I'm on that day, and depending on the mistake, but mostly to regroup and do your best to give the horse the best experience after that.
And then for the riders that are listening, though, too, how do you stop a bad route from following you into the next class? So many people would carry on a mistake and be thinking about it over and over again, and it just goes to the next one.
It's hard. I mean,
how do you break that?
Actually, I was talking to my brother about exactly that a few days ago. He's somebody that is proven. I mean, he's won major events by the time he was 18. He was the youngest person to ever win the Open Futurity, and I think by 15 years or something crazy. But he says it takes 10 good rounds to get that confidence back from that one bad round sometimes. It really is such a mental game what we do with these horses. And I think that it's just, again, staying present every day. Just, okay, today is a new day. I'm going to do the best I can to give this horse a good experience. It's not even about thinking about winning. It's not thinking about, I have to do this. It's just going in there and doing what you know how to do and moving past it.
I think Pete likes that because so many people take the opposite approach sometimes. It's not so much about the horse.
Yeah.
It's more so about the performance. It's about the win. It's about themselves. Not so much about the horse. Would you agree with that, Pete?
Oh, definitely. I tell my students all the time, I'm trying to impress the horse. What are you trying to do?
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't try to impress me because you're going to impress me more on when you impress that horse.
Yeah.
When I see that horse blowing out, licking and chewing,
Yeah.
and going, oh, I'd love to go to that next thing. That's what that to
Yeah,
me
for sure. And
is
it's
what
hard because you have to work at it every single day. You can't take any day for granted, you know? You have to teach them every single day. You can't just, okay, well, I worked them yesterday, so today can be an easy day because that carries over for them too. They don't understand that. You know, you have to every day be disciplined. It's 1 hour at the most out of their 24 hours where they're, for me anyway, pampered and loved and spoiled. So that time is you have to use that to make sure that your connection with your horse and your partnership is well established. Otherwise, you know, that can be something that gets you in trouble. And I'm sure.
What time does your day start? And what time does it end? I mean, I'm being honest with
we're
you.
going to find out. The zone is larger than what we really.
Because it sounds like you're extremely disciplined in your profession.
Every week is different. Every day is different. I mean, with horses, there's always something, right? So I mean, some days go from 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. Some days go from 7 to 4, which is always our favorite. But
That's your day off.
yeah, but most days I.
We used to say we only work half days, 12 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So on the flip side, it's just to have some kind of fun. What excites you the most right now in regards to looking at your future or your vision? Like what excites you? Just thinking about what you want to go towards. Like what goals do you have? What's drive? Is it the Olympics?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I'd say my biggest goals are to represent the US at the highest level of the sport. And I really have so much respect for our current riders, our current team riders, McLean and Laura and Kent. And they not only are at the highest level of the sport, but they've been at the highest level of the sport for such a long time. And that's something that I have so much respect for and would love to be able to create in my career, finding young horses and finding the right team of horses and the right group of people to help me to get to that level. That's definitely a goal of mine.
So don't we have a big, like, there's only 5 places in the world that this competition is, and we have it here in
The League of Nations.
League of Nations, yes.
They're all going to be here.
So is that a goal for you to represent the US in that? Would that be something?
Not this year. That would be a 5-star Nations Cup. This past summer, I competed on my first 3-star Nations Cup team, and I got to wear the pink coat, which was really an exciting moment for me.
And what does the pink coat mean?
Yes, so it's the red show jacket. It's the Team USA show jacket. So it's called the pink coat, but it's red with a blue collar. And yeah, it represents the Team USA.
So you have 4-star, and then you'll be able to
Hopefully.
try out.
Now I'm watching the Olympics now. I'm seeing Snoop Dogg out there and he's interviewing these people. We have athletes interviewing for the Super Bowl. Let's just have some fun right here. They're going to be here for the League of Nations. You have a mic. What's a question you would ask them?
Ask
The riders.
the riders?
Yeah.
I was going to say, ask Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Well,
Is that gin and juice?
I do get to ask the riders. What? I can call Laura Kraut.
What would you ask them?
What would you ask them? So I mean, if you're on TV, you got a chance to ask, or just for your own personal life, like how do you
You're
think
helping me out because I get to sit in there when they do that, and then I get to
you
ask the
might sit with him. He might get you a
Yeah.
pass so you can ask these questions because he's not going to give it to me. So he might as well have you go do it.
What would I ask them? You're really putting me on the spot with these questions.
We're trying to get you in the
These
zone.
intense questions.
It was more fun the first time, right?
Jeez.
It was better when we didn't know you.
I guess I would ask them what keeps them going every day.
Okay.
Doing the sport at a high level for such a long time. What is it that exactly, gets you up in the morning and drives you?
Very good question. I like
That's good.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
There you go.
We're gonna do some lightning.
You want to do some lightning? Okay, let's go right to lightning. I don't know if you remember this from last time. She did a really good job on this one. But why don't you explain a little bit what the lightning round is?
Well, you find it because I don't know where it is. So in the lightning round, this is going to be fast-paced questions. That way you don't want you to think. The first thing that pops into your mind, we want to know what's going on.
Got it.
So if you have to think, but we really want to have the first thing that pops into your mind.
All right, here we go. This is the first one right here, and I'm going to do it. Sliding stop or jump off turn?
Jump off turn.
Spin fast or leave one out?
Leave one out.
Cowboy hat or helmet cam?
Cowboy hat.
Soft hands or bold leg?
Soft hands.
Reining penalty or jumper rail? Which hurts more?
Jumper rail.
Calm and collected or fired up?
Calm and collect.
I think we knew that one.
Yes.
Thrust the distance or make the distance?
Walk the course alone or talk it out?
Talk it out.
Win by a mile or win by grit?
Well, win by a mile.
Watch your round immediately or wait until tomorrow?
Immediately.
Night class under the lights or sunny afternoon Grand Prix?
Under the lights.
Hear the crowd or block it out?
Block it out.
Inside turn or safe outside option?
Inside turn.
Go early in the order or last to go?
Early.
Jump off risk or calculated or instinct?
Risk.
Best advice from your parents, discipline or feel?
Feel.
Did raining make you more patient or more precise?
Yes.
Which one?
No, both.
Who criticized you harder, family or yourself?
Myself.
Western roots, secret weapon, or just good foundation?
Good foundation.
If your brother coached a jumping round, what would he yell?
And all the wrong things.
Fair enough. Pre-class hype song or total silence?
Total silence.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what songs are. Favorite show snack?
Cheez-Its.
Jesus.
One maybe that should be asking the riders on what their snack is and work on that one a little bit for you. One superstition before a big class.
Call my dad.
Text someone after you win, yes or no?
Yeah.
If you weren't riding jumpers, what discipline would you dominate?
Raining.
No.
Duh.
When you're in the zone, time slows down or speeds up?
Slows down.
One word that describes your riding style.
American.
Wow, I like that.
What disappears first, doubt or noise?
Doubt.
Harder to train, horses or humans?
Humans.
Legacy or longevity?
Legacy.
That's good. That's the lightning round.
Best lightning round we've had.
You know that one pretty well right there. Carlee, before we go and go a little bit more, I'm just curious, how can people find you or talk to you or support you and cheer you on? What's the best ways that they can reach out to you?
I guess Facebook or Instagram. I like to think of myself as somebody that anybody can come to always, no matter what the question, if you think it's silly or not. I like to be a person like that. I wanted to represent that in the sport about myself.
So you've gotten mentored, now you want to mentor back. That's great.
What's it like to see the young little girls on these ponies with their pony, like their ribbons in their hair and all that good stuff? You love it? So very cute. Was that you when you were growing up too?
Never did the bows. You couldn't give me a whereabouts.
Cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's great to see you do so well here, and I'm glad you're up here. And I got to tell you, I was looking at you. I was thinking, yeah, she'd be great in college or whatever. But I think you made the right correct move.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking really forward to seeing the rest of your career.
Well, and for those listeners out there, when you come to the World Equestrian Center and you hear Carlee McCutcheon jumping, you can now know you're cheering for the person that you just got to know in the zone.
So what I got to say is, Carlee, what stands out about you is how calm and excellence looks like when it's earned.
You can hear the reining roots, the jumper fire, and the respect for the horse in everything you say.
And it's a reminder to everyone listening, greatness isn't loud, it's consistent.
We know this is just the beginning of your story, and we're grateful you shared the mindset behind the results.
To everyone turning in, this If this episode resonates, share it with someone chasing mastery in your own arena.
This is In the Zone with Ian Robb and Dancin Pete Rodda, and today we are truly in the zone with Carlee McCutcheon.
That's a wrap on another powerful episode of In the Zone with Ian Robb and Dancin Pete Rodda. Whether you ride, compete, or simply love your animals like family, today's episode was a reminder that true teamwork starts with connection and that health is the ultimate performance edge. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. And catch us next time as we dive deeper into the mind, body, and bold journeys of top performers. Until then, stay focused, stay inspired, and keep riding in the zone.